think we're good there. Unless you want to be in shot some more, little guy. Alright, so let's open the YouTubes. One more tab. One more mini tabs. Oh my god. Alright, Rocky, you are in shot. That's in shot. The love's in shot. My camera's in shot. The heart's in shot. Everything is in shot that's supposed to be. Here we go. Jojo, hello. I hope you're doing well. Happy Monday. I've been looking at some AI hilarity. Alright, so hopefully you're having a good night. I've fallen into the kind of the productive, unproductive, productive rut of job hunting like a madman again. So I was just job hunting until like a few minutes ago. So yeah, the grind is still on, the desperation is still there. So that's happening. Besides that, doing my best. Let's put the rules in chat real quick. Well, everything that I was up for either ghosted me or turned me down. So right now there's nothing new on the horizon. All right, channel rules in chat. Pin that message. Hopefully you and family are doing well. Hopefully you are enjoying this wonderful weather America is blessed with right now. It is 25 degrees right now in New York City. And honestly, part of me wanted to go outside and go for a walk, in all honesty. Like, I don't know why, but when I'm ever like on edge, walking around makes me feel all the better, or at least helps. So yeah, let's try people in blogs. Save. Yeah, honest to God, I actually try to like write them off as soon as the stuff is done. Let's see if this looks okay. Like it's like to spend time thinking about what I applied to, I learned is like just it's not worth it. It's just basically toxic in my brain. So as soon as I apply for something, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. That's why it's rare I ever bring up what I apply for or what I have been applying for in chat, because then people bring it up and I'm like, man, that was like 2 days ago. That was gone. All right, all right, all right. So we are still painting the Gloomspite Gits. I have some other miniatures nearby that I would love to at least start painting. We're gonna make some progress on the Gits. Um, it's a little chilly in my apartment. So yeah, beautiful outside in the walk, but it looked cold for me. Yeah, it's been cold. It's been pretty cold. Well, especially the last few times with the snow and the sleets and rain. Yeah, it ain't that fun. Excuse me. But that said, it can be pretty damn relaxing. Sometimes I like walking in like a predictable, somewhat normal routine when I walk around outside. Other times, like just go new places. It's all right, there we go. Keaton, hello, hello, chat, hello, all of you. Browse, hello, happy Monday. Hope your day is going well. Raven, welcome back. You probably need to start cutting down that caffeine. That cannot be good for you long term. I mean, I'm happy it's helping, but be careful with that stuff. Be very careful with that stuff. I mean, you're a big girl. You don't need me telling you what to do, but I'm just warning you. I was good with energy drinks until one day I was not good with energy drinks. And it was a little scary. It was a little scary. How are you guys doing tonight? My day was meh. My day was very meh. I got a lot of job hunting done. I worked out a little bit. I got a little bit of sleep, which was nice, but I woke up like feeling like not good. The heat was non-existent in my apartment for most of the day, and I don't have a heater in my house. Oh shit. Shit. I gotta buy a new space heater for my apartment. Like, I don't mind the cold weather, but at the same time, it's just like, ugh. I love your shirt. Thank you so much. Are those real cats behind you? Yes, there is one real cat here, and there's another real cat in the bedroom. I don't know. I was kind of mad at myself because I just have not been as productive as I could have been, should have been, I could be or should be recently. And while thankfully I am no longer behind on my rent, I still got to start making money and find a job. So there's that. But besides that, thankfully I'm healthy-ish. Thankfully, I think I shaked off that cold I thought I was getting, and my eyes haven't been hurting me too much today, so, you know, there is good news. My old my old high teacher was from New York City. Loved her. She had a distinctive accent, though. Yeah, different parts of the city can have different accents, and then there's also the like what is it called? Racial accents too. You throw that in. It's interesting. Queens and Brooklyn and Staten Island. The Italian, the Jewish, the Puerto Rican. Okie dokie. I wish I had kids. I just have cats. One of these years, hopefully, I have like 5 or 6 kids. We shall see. We shall see. And that started up heavier now. Great. 11:50 p.m. Of course. See if I missed anything else in chat. What's going on here? Ghosting is terrible. Beautiful from the outside, cold for me. Yeah, it is pretty chilly. Honest to God, part of me was thinking about being silly and going for a walk. Part of me was thinking about being really silly and going for a walk, maybe streaming it with you guys again. Like walk around either Lower Manhattan or go to Midtown. Maybe this time we'll do a walk and we'll go to Times Square or something. Times Square around midnight, it's kind of interesting because all the lights are still on and it's pretty bright, and no matter what the weather is like, it's still full of tourists. So maybe we'll do that. I think it's supposed to get colder and colder coming up soon, so who knows? We'll go on a really cold night. my camera might not last long, but we'll try. All right. So right now I'm painting the wood on the weapons. So it's supposed to be really, really cold in like next week and a half, 2 weeks in New York City. Hopefully it is also interesting by where you guys live. The nice thing about it being cold, there are a lot less idiots outside when you go walk around. So it's kind of nice in the whole piece of it all. Hello, JB. I'm probably going to be banning people left and right tonight. I've had like a day. I'm not in a good mood, and the last thing I need is people like bringing me down. So once the trolls come in, I'm banning them. Everyone starts getting depressing, I'm banning them. Just not in the mood. Just want to relax, have a good time, have fun conversation, and that's fucking it. So, Gloomspite Gits, we're making some really good progress on these guys. Hopefully, I'm able to knock these guys off in a way that I'm proud of. Bojangles, what are we working on? We're working on Gloomspite Gits, the Bad Mood Mob Spearhead. And Light Chit Chat. My cats will probably make a few appearances. And yeah, just relaxing. End of the night, stream until a stupid hour. For now, I can do it. Hopefully, you are all having a wonderful day. Rocky took over the box, as he often does. The thing is, he's such a big boy that soon he's going to start breaking it. Like, he tries to stretch and move, and the box will just tear. The box will just tear. Like, the best boxes for Rocky are actually, like, my boot boxes, but my sneaker boxes never last. Mecca, hey buddy. I'm doing all right. Hopefully you're doing okay. Hopefully work is treating you all right. How goes your hobby? Have you had time to paint anything recently? Any new miniatures you're a fan of? I think we were talking, you came on, yeah, I remember you came on during the Warhammer reveal thing. Is there anything you're interested in? Do you like the new Custodes, drama aside? Do you like the new Red Corsairs, any of the Age of Sigmar stuff? My cat is super cute, thank you very much. Shit. Did I get anything on me? I did not. All right. He is a Siberian. All right, bros. Thank you for not doing any of that they bullshit. He's a Siberian. He's about 4 years old now. He's a little baby boy. He's my little baby boy. I have a 14-year-old standard issue Tabby, and I have Rocky. I had some other ones, but yeah. I would start a Custodian army immediately if I could. The new scaled models are sick. I also, besides the stupid women heads, think the new Custodes look really, really good. Like, the taller models work for me. I mean, they could have made them a little chonkier in the shoulders, but one of the reasons I didn't start Custodes before is because I just thought I loved past tense, the little Custode lore. And I loved the way they described them, like in game, they seemed really fun. But I just was never a fan of the Custodes miniatures. I really wasn't. They looked just derpy to me. Like, they were too old hammer, too hero hammer with the chibi proportions. But the new Custodes look really good to me. Besides the stupid like Femstody thing, if I were able to get past the BS they're doing, I would invest. But I don't know. Like, it's not really a hill I want to die on, but it's a hill I want to kind of die on. I was thinking of how to phrase everything, but yeah. Helmets go burr. Yeah, they'll make nice basing material. 14. Yeah, Mochi's 14. Neck hole put on a hole. Arm sleeve holes. That's 4. 2 holes in the middle are on the front and back. That's also. What are you on about, cute? I mean, my arms, my things do have like thumb sleeves on here. I don't know what the reasoning is for this, but it does have thumb sleeves. But I don't know. I think you're overthinking things, buddy. I've had heaps of cats, and they all got to at least 13. Super cute, though. Cool. I don't want to hear any depressing stuff, so don't tell me any sad stories about your cats or when they usually die or anything, because last thing I want to think about, especially before bed. But I'm happy you had lots of cats. Last thing I ever want to think about is the end of the line for my cats. Ever. It's always weird when people just like bring that shit up in random conversation. Like you're talking off your kitten, you're talking about this or that, and they're like, oh yeah, my cat just died. It's like, way to bring down the fucking room, man. I am curious, Mecca, how do you feel about the whole Custodes, Femstodes, Games Workshop retconning in the laziest way possibles? Or are you totally okay with it or non bothered by it at all? I'm not even that much of a hardcore fan, but as somebody who's grown up watching every IP I've ever loved growing up go to shit, it's like coming into 40K, I already saw the writing on the wall. But once it started happening, I'm like, damn, this too. So I will always consider myself a filthy casual tourist, no matter what. Yes. Rocky is comfy. You know, I kind of want to like chill for a second. Let chat. If you guys have questions that are appropriate, feel free to chitty chat. I am going to kill the lights for a second, take a break from the miniatures, and enjoy the darkness, if possible. There we go. Those red lights are so dim. Those red lights are so dim. Get this going over here. Put that behind there. Turn that on. And here we are with the nighttime stream. Hopefully you're all doing great. It would be, I think I would be better with it if they did it to the Space Marines. Like, they already have a vehicle. Like, if they just said, hey, Belisarius Cawl has, like, the second wave of Primaris, and obviously they would try to get even more people into the Imperium, so they are now recruiting, Belisarius Cawl has figured out how to make female Space Marines work. And I think that would have worked lore-wise. I think a lot of people brought that up. and it still might not have been popular, and you could have had more. Some chapters say yes, some chapters say no. So they could have lured it that way, or they could have done the silent route, where there is zero lore change, but they started including female heads into the boxes, just if you felt like you would like to represent women on there. That's it. That's it. Don't force in the lore. Just leave it as, look, if you want to have women heads, you can have women heads. Because there are plenty of people, crazy people, who already make their Space Marine women. They buy the heads separately and then put it on. So just, make GW make the money from it. I would have been a lot better with that. But the way they put it into the lore and then the way they wrote it was so lazy. Well, they were just the ones who had their helmets. They've always been there, but they were the ones who had their helmets on during all the pictures. Really? Really? And then the other part was, I think you might have heard me complain about this yesterday, where like, okay, I get it. Let's add female custodies, but they made them girly female custodies. Like baby girl has her hair so long, her bangs go in her eyes, and she has such a long, like crazy long hair in a girly styled way that there's no way it's gonna fit in the fucking helmet. Like, it actually always bothered me when like Space Wolves and other legions would have like stupidly long hair. I'm like, these guys are made for killing. They're not here for like fashion. They wouldn't have like long hair that gets in their face if they're just 100% sold, focused on killing stuff. That's just dumb. So when I saw Honey with her bangs out and then her long ass thing, I was like, oh my God, why? It was weird. So, not a fan of it. I was considering doing some sort of video on it, but I wanted to put my thoughts together, and it's already being overdone video-wise. I'm not really that much of a fan of the drama stuff. I just find it sad. Yeah. The funniest thing is, like, a lot of and it's interesting because there's no real official answer for any of this, but a lot of the background hubbub is like, all of this is Amazon's fault for the new show. They're forcing it in there. But like, Games Workshop could work up the balls and say no, because Amazon has a shit-tacular track record of its shows. Like, almost all of them have gotten canceled. The ones that haven't gotten canceled yet, like, the reviews are going down and down, or they bastardize the fucking lore. I think the only one they have going for a while that has some semi-decent reviews is The Boys, but they completely lost the plot on that one and just started throwing shit in there. So, I don't know. The only thing that would have made sense to me then is to let the Amazon show beat the Amazon show, and then have the board game world be the board game world. But I guess they thought that was going to be too crazy. I don't know. It bothers me. It bothers me greatly. The long hair thing is why I always thought the Space Wolves were stupid. Like, never been a fan of the Space Wolves. They always just seem stupid to me. All right. We're gonna kill the crazy lights here. The light right in my face that is really flattering is also fucks with my eyes, something fierce. So I just, I can't. I just really like having this all on. I just wish my night vision was what it used to be. I didn't even bother going on X or Reddit, because Reddit's basically controlled by the crazies. So you're not really going to get much of an opinion there that'll last more than 2 seconds. And then X is just engagement bait. So it's like, eh. Yeah. My vision's deteriorating in my ripe, not even that old age. I gotta get some crazier lights in here sooner or later. All right, now I can see ish again. The Age of Sigmar stuff, the Ossiarch Bone Reapers, I loved. I wasn't that much of a fan of the faction before, but man, those new minis really did it for me. As far as like the Huron Blackheart stuff, I kind of dig it. Like, I like it. I don't like love it. But honestly, like, if I could afford it, if I had the fuck around paint money, I would get the Red Corsair stuff, because the miniatures do look pretty good. As far as the Eldari stuff, it was fine. It was fine. Again, if I had like fuck it money, I would also like invest in the Eldari for like a painting project. Not like in love doesn't spark joy, but painting project, yeah. But I also, again, you've probably heard me say, I want to like get the new Eldari and cut them up and turn them into a Blitzball team. Stacy, welcome back. Happy. Oh, it's Tuesday now. It is Tuesday now in Manhattan. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're doing well. I know you're back in time, but still, it's now Tuesday to me. Hopefully you had a great day. Hopefully you're feeling better. Still painting the miniatures, having some light chit chat. I'm sure offending several people. Pepcat, hello, welcome back. Oh, I just keep hitting my table. I'm sorry. This is not like a comfortable setup I have going on here. I think I'm gonna go grab a sweater. It's pretty chilly in my apartment right now. It's 24 degrees. The heat is not flowing very well at all, and my heater died. So it is kind of chilly in here. What are you doing? I am painting some Warhammer monster bad guy miniatures from their fantasy range. Besides that, relaxing with my cat next to me. What brand is your paint? I'm using a bunch of different paints. I like a bunch of different paints. Right now I'm using Games Workshop's Mordfang Brown, Citadel Mordfang Brown for the wood. I have Pro Acryl paints, which did a lot of heavy lifting for the rest of the army. And I also have some Vallejo paints and some Army paints or paints, all going to jump into this project at certain points. But right now, it's mostly Pro Acryl, Monument Hobbies Pro Acryl paints. The cat brand is Siberian. It is an amazing brand, really good on the allergies, really energetic, very, very cuddly, very, very affectionate. I recommend that brand. It's a good brand of cat. I would get more. I would get more Siberian cat. I would totally get more of that cat. Egyptian cat? Nope. I don't want my cat going on a no fly list. But in all seriousness, I don't think I like Egyptian cats. I think I've seen them before and they were like meh for me. Not shitting on you if you have one. Just didn't do it for me. Let's see what an Egyptian cat looks like. Yeah, they don't do it for me. I mean, I'm sure if I had it since it was a kitten, I would love it, but like doesn't do it for me. I like the fluffers, Siberians, Norwegian forest cats, and then if I'm gonna go short hair, I would go like a Tux or a standard issue Tabby. But the fluffers really do it for me. Although it is kind of a pain. Hi, Rocky. What? What? Ma. You want snackies? You can't have snackies. You can't have snackies. No, you're having diarrhea. You can't have snackies. You're like, he's been so cuddly with me recently, which is amazing, but also kind of frustrating sometimes. Hi. Hi. Wanna go to sleep? So let's see, we got about 9 people watching so far. Where's everybody at? Any new people in chat? Any lurkers? I mean, I guess if I ask you to talk and you're a lurker, you're not going to talk. But hi, my name is Bernardo Espanol. I'm in New York City. I hope you're all having a great day. Hope you had a wonderful start to your week. Hello, welcome back. I've been lurking. Cool. Well, I hope you've been enjoying what you've been seeing. I know my cats haven't been out as much today, but yeah, the cat got my attention. My cats usually make appearances on here. On a lark, I decided to have Rocky as the, what is it called? The thumbnail. Last night, my Tabby was here with me most of the night, and Rocky made a few appearances. He's way too big for that box. All right. I'm gonna grab a sweater. I'm a little chilly. I'll be right back. Let me know if Rocky misbehaves. All right, we got a sweater and sweats going on now. Yes. Got Rocky. There we go. Hey, buddy. All right. Lurking tonight. That's fine, Stacy. There's no need to force conversation. I appreciate you guys just hanging out. All right. So where were we? Welcome back, Ocean. Susan, hey. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're doing well. Hope your Monday was amazing, or at least tolerable. So tonight, Rocky is in the box Mochi was in before, because if one cat has it, the other cat wants it. She's in the bedroom in the cat house. And yeah, getting some miniature painting done. Spent lots of time today job hunting. Shoe boxes are always a hit. Shoe boxes are always a hit. Oh my God, this is the first time some idiot ever called me Four Eyes. I'm finally one of those people. Oh my God. Cool. I am finally a glasses wearer. I have some troll call me Four Eyes. I made it, Mom. I made it, Dad. I got called Four Eyes by some... Oh my God. I think this idiot has been in chat before too, and this is how he decides to come in and greet us. Nice. Well, greet me. Congratulations for being a jerk. Thank you for the giggle. I now count as a glasses wearer. I am now one of you people who wear the glasses. I am now one of the us. Oh, damn. I'm sorry you're stressed out. Besides the marijuana, is there anything that like helps you like deal? I hope you're okay. Like, I've been on edge like crazy all day myself. Past few days, actually. Like on Friday, for a while at least a little while, the sound in my apartment was nearly gone. And then it came back with a vengeance at night. Saturday, it wasn't that bad. And then it started ramping up. And then Sunday, it was just shit all day. And the sound just has me like agitated. I have an Apple Watch. It's not that reliable anymore, but it does still track my heart rate. And like I've been like I for a while I was doing much better. Like, but for most of the weekend, my heart rate was like settled in around like the 90s, which is a lot higher than I've been for a while, especially after having lost so much weight. I am still working on the Gloomspite Gits thing. I was thinking about taking a little break from it, but I've been pushing on and making some really good progress on it, and it's really nice. It's still a really amazing project. Right now, I'm working on the wood, and then I'll go back and do some other details that I haven't gotten to yet. I was gonna go a lot slower with this project, and then like, I don't know, a few nights ago, I just said, hey, you know what, let me just try this and try that, and it came out well enough. I'm like, you know what, let me just stop overthinking it. Maria has just quit. They're both hot mess and taking my position at work. I have to call my region director tomorrow, and I'm dreading it. Wait a minute, but I thought you weren't able to go back in for another few months after your surgery. And then wasn't there the possibility of you being able to say, hey, you're not supposed to permanently fill my position while I'm gone? And then, would you be able to like, while I don't know if you've been doing this already, and forgive me if I'm like telling you things that you already know, because God knows that shit bothers me. Have you been looking at other positions while you've been home? Like, is there a possibility for you to find some sort of remote work that you would be interested in doing? That way you can like, stay home, smoke a weed, and just like make you the money. I'm not smart enough for remote work, but there's still some stuff you can do. Customer service, light administrative work, virtual admin work. And to be honest, most people aren't smart enough for the jobs they have in general, but they still take up the space. I haven't watched most Ghibli stuff. I've actually haven't watched most Ghibli. A few things here and there, but not, I don't know. I was never that enthralled with what I saw, and then I just never got around to it. Last anime movie I saw was Jujutsu Kaisen, the flashback one. In my time doing construction when I was younger, there are plenty of people who like are able to fake it and then move on and just somebody else's job to like clean up the mess afterward. Well, technically, can't you start looking now for something new? Like, there's no better time than now, really. And then if you could plan to have it really start after your surgery, then you could just like hit the ground running. Oh, yeah. I've come across a shit ton of crappy plumbers and a few shady ass electricians along the way. But yeah, ideally you shouldn't come across any of them considering the harm they can do. But yeah, I tend to consider construction to be pretty specialized. But again, in these days of having so many people who shouldn't be doing what they're doing, I can see it being considered as such. I have been very electrical curious. I think it's a little late for me, but is there any other store you could bring your skills to? I mean, you know that store, but can you take your talents elsewhere? Where is that? Okay, so then that's done-ish. No, that's done. So we're done with the brown. So now I guess we could do blue the shield, maybe? Are we gonna do blue shield? Maybe we'll do blue shield. Or do we do yellow shield for the armor? I think yellow would tie those guys in pretty nicely. I'm surprised that was not hidden. Yeah, I used my loans a while ago. I'll do this one later. So I guess that's all done there. All right, so move on to the white. Thank you. Hello. Welcome back, Hoblord. Just gonna sign up for employment, look for a new job. It sucks. It definitely has my skills used elsewhere and being replaced with. I mean, the other thing to think is, if they're as bad as you say, when you message your team, let them know. And while they might think there's a tinge of selfishness and I just want that job, hopefully it'll stay in management's head so that if they do fuck up later on, you'll be known. You know what I'm saying? It sucks though. Welcome back to Lulu. All right, what are we doing next? We're gonna do. Do I want to do purple there, or do I want to do the whites? A few. No worries. Excuse me. Where's this yellow? We need a little bit of yellow. Just a little bit. What's your favorite memory? I've got a lot of amazing memories. That's a tough one. I've got a lot of amazing memories. I don't really know right now. I cannot list one off the top of my head. I can't. I'm trying to think of it. I've had a lot of great memories. As much as I complain here and there about life and whatnot, so far I've been blessed to have quite a few good memories where one doesn't just come up to the top of my head. It's an interesting question. I just can't. All right, we're going to move on to another color. Let's move on to the... Do I do the white or do I do something else? What do we do? I think I could actually just go with the blue here and finish up their weapons. Are we supporting genocide still today? Fuck yeah, we are. Yeah, obviously. As we paint miniatures and talk about life, yeah, why not, you stupid fuck? Dude, we're having a chill conversation. Read the channel rules. But yes, if your dumbass is against supporting genocide or for it, we are for it or against it, whatever. I think this person's been in chat before. All right, Hook Heritage, you're banned. Heck yeah. Why? What is with the random ass need to bring all the outside bullshit into the inside chat? There's no need. See, you're thinking too small term. List. No. You get rid of a region. You get rid of it. You get rid of an entire... No. That's why they got rid of you. You're thinking too small scale when it comes to genocide. Obviously, that's it. That's the whole thing. Next job interview, when someone asks you, "What do you think about this?" is like, look, they would never exist after. It's still silly to me how these people come into chat with this like random ass nonsense. And I don't really feel bad about getting rid of them, because it's like they obviously are just here for either a reaction or find out if you believe in whatever the random thing they believe in now is. I'm not actually gonna make a subscriber out of them, nor do I want to, because then I feel like when people start off with that nonsense, it's a very situational situation. It's a situationship where they want to know if you're in their tribe or not. And when I come across people that way, it's this crazy new mind fuck of people who like want you to believe everything they believe, and the minute you deviate, it's just like, well, hey. Like, there've been quite a few people I'm sure you've seen in chat who are happy to like love it when I make fun of all of them. But when the minute I start making fun of them, it's all butt hurt and like, how dare you? Why would you say that? All people have had value. And I'm like, no, you actually haven't. They get all hurt. Oh shit. Mochi's crying hard again. Give me a minute. I gotta check something out. 1 second, guys. Sorry. I just want to move out of here already. I really do. Give me a second. Best I can do for you right now, Mochi, is put you over here, and then she runs away. You'll be back. Hi. I gotta get out of this friggin' apartment. I gotta get out of this apartment. What's going on here? Stacey absolutely would be a company loyal, dedicated, hard worker. French, Australian skateboarders, random dumbass introductions to chat. Frothing them out, say that. Susan, wait, what did skateboarders do? Oh, I've hated every skateboarder I've ever met. Every skateboarder I've ever met has been like human filth. So I preach hatred towards skateboarders all the time. All the time. So yeah. Is it red light therapy day? No, I think it's tomorrow. Well, it's technically tonight, I'm pretty sure. No, that's not the wrong window. You're on. Yeah, so tonight would be red light therapy day. Baby. Hi. Mochi wants to be on top of me, but she doesn't want to be on top of me. Hi. Hang out there. Hang out there. All right. So the noise outside has been messing with my ears like crazy, and I'm really, really, really worried about what it's doing to the cats. I feel so bad. And then it's worse in the bedroom, but Mochi likes to hang out in the bedroom. So I've been bringing her out here. I'm gonna put the cat house here later on tonight. I'm gonna clear all the shit off I have here, and then put that cat house here. Maybe buy a second cat house. Leave one here, leave one in the bedroom, then she can go to either one. And I don't know. I'm trying here. Worst case scenario, they're gonna have to go to Jasmine's. Because Rocky's also been a bit more on edge, so all the shit's getting worse. Just pissed. I'm just so pissed with this already. And the best part is I have family who have space for me, and they're like, no. It's like, oh fuck you. Shit. Ah. Kenna, welcome back. I won't kick you out for being a skateboarder. I'll just lose respect for you. How's your day? What you do? Delu, this is how we learn about Bernardo, his love for peppermint cocoa, a disdain for skateboarders. Delu, no, I don't care if you skateboard, but don't tell B. Lovely. Well, I'm definitely not a skateboarder. All right. Everyone's saying hi. Delu, delete your message. Zenshin's way. Mine is when I first started teaching my daughter how to draw with colored pencil. She always got mad because her drawing didn't look good. I told her never let go of her desire to create. Cool. Kenna, you look so handsome today. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm cooked, Burt Crispy. If we only had 5% of the Rockies swagger, Zenshin, so right, Parent of the Year award. Beautiful Zenshin. What did you do? I can't say that here. Never kick me out. Hello. All right, we are caught up again. I don't have the money to buy that stuff, and then I'm worried about my cats destroying it. One of my cats, who isn't here right now, but every once in a while I babysit her, loves destroying foam. It's not that cheap, and maybe it might do some good, but I don't know how much I would need to make a dent in the amount of noise coming in from the outside and the roof. I'm gonna contact the city again to see if there's anything that can be done. I don't know. I just got to deal with it. That's it. There's really no choice but to suck it up and deal. I'm right here. I'm right here, baby. I'm gonna clear the spot out for you. Give me a second. Do I gotta find another sneaker box for you? Although I don't want you up there because that's not really stable. Give me a second. Let's clear all this shit off. Let's clear all this shit off. You want to hang out closer to me? That's totally fine. All right, so there's that available. Well, it's also my cats I got to worry about. Recently, I started using earplugs at night, like a new brand that I got, and I shove them all the way deep in my ear canal, and that kind of helps, but I still hear it, feel it. And then before bed, I put on noise-canceling headphones on top of that. Problem is, if you wear this stuff too long, you get ear drainage issues with the wax, and it also gives you tinnitus, which I already suffer from, but it's gotten worse since I've started using the earplugs. So there's no winning. There is really no winning unless I hit the lottery. Because again, like, it's the cats I got to worry about too. Like, if they're struggling, that can lead to a whole bunch of other issues. I mean, the other thing I could do if I were like didn't care about the cats is like find some woman and then like fake a relationship with her just to stay at her place. But I'm definitely not about that life. Um, I don't think you understand the kind of sound I have coming. It's like a low frequency bass. I have various kinds of HVAC equipment. Basically, the easy answers don't work. TLDR, the easy answers don't work. Yes. There's several units over my apartment and across from my apartment. It's never been an issue, but now I guess whatever the hell they started adding up there started to be an issue. I mean, if you have like hot soup and oatmeal, like warm food in your belly, it does a lot. And then if you're gonna hang out in bed or your couch, you can have like those little pocket warmer heating pads, like under the sheets and whatnot, and that does a lot of good. But continually drinking hot tea and eating warm food, and I don't know, keeping busy. It'd be a great day for the exercise bike. I'm hoping New York City gets some single digits. I love me the cold. I love me the cold. I mean, it kind of sucks now with the heater being broken and whatnot. But like, there's something about enduring it that I don't know why does it for me. Ooh, if you have a slow cooker, start making some stew right in the morning. Start making like a nice thick old stew. Yeah. Big old thing. What is that called? What is that called? What is that called? Beef stew. Ooh, yeah. A slow cooked beef stew all day. And then you could also prep for the week. And while that's going, you have the oven running, making some meatloaf and some other stuff. Spend the day meal prepping. Hope your house is able to keep the residual heat in. Start hanging some sheets across the drafty areas, close off some areas. I don't know how big your place is. There's something romantic about wood, but I also have terrible asthma. So As much as I want to be out in the boonies and get the fuck away from the city, I also would probably die out there because the one time I lived someplace with a lot of wood, not even that many, with like a good amount of wood stoves nearby, my asthma was horrible. Like my asthma is actually better in New York City than it was in upstate New York. At least in the wintertime. Summertime is not bad at all. It's actually great. But the wintertime, when all those people turn on their wood stoves, man, I was dying. I have never been around cornfields, so I don't know what that's like. I am worried about the pesticides in the air and the water. There's always something. There's always something. You know, it's funny the way you say that too. Like it's the air smells sweet. I'd like to experience it. Like go over there, visit, sniff the cornfield there, and then leave. But like if it's really bad, it might fuck with my allergies. Like I don't know if I want to be around that. But I am curious. I'm very curious. I hope Munchie's okay. One of these years, I will be blessed enough to travel and see America. I hope that comes true. One of these years, I would love to travel and really experience America. We have so much in this country. We have so many different places to explore, so many different kind of places to live, and I don't know, man. I would really love to get out there and experience more. Especially recently, like I find myself wondering, what the hell am I doing with my life here? Like, I'm struggling just to make rent in a city that seems to not want me around, like on a lose spiral for years. Like, what am I doing here? We'll see. I mean, again, Fortuna could smile upon me tomorrow, and everything could be better. Next thing you know, I'm doing like live stream showing you guys the Metropolitan Museum of Art, taking you guys on some like digital exhibits, being able to afford trips upstate New York, or like fishing by the water, all that stuff. There's a lot to do here. It's just, I don't know. I feel like I'm living insanity. You know, like the definition of insanity, do the same thing over and over, expecting different results. Hi. Hi. Like, he's tapping me. Hi. Nice. Although I recommend watching her weight, because you don't want your cat getting too fat. It's actually bad for them. Cause a lot of problems later on. Are we gonna cuddle? Are we gonna cuddle? All right. Guess we cuddle. Hi. Hi. Hi, buddy. He is a long baby. He's the runt of the litter. As big as he is, he's the runt. He's a tiny baby. There you go, buddy. There we go. There we go. Boy. All right. I would talk to your parents to make sure the cats are at a healthy weight. It'll save you a lot of money in the long run, putting them on a diet, worst case scenario. Long baby. My cat's a rocky size. That is amazing. I have one super fluffy cat and then one male fluffy cat named Bagheera that is super solid muscle. Cool. Summer lover. Grown man cuddling with a cat. Yeah. So. I love my cat. There's nothing wrong with that freak job. He's like 24, calm down. Real metal, cuddle cats. Why is cuddling with cats something to be ashamed of? I cuddle with my cats all the time. He looks 45, to be honest. So, are you one of those guys who's like, dad never told him he loved him, no one ever showed him care, and now you think any affection is like lame and gay? Like, are you one of those broken dudes who doesn't understand affection or happiness, and you find it all icky? Are you one of those broken people? Because if so, you're broken. You're broken, you're sad, you should be ashamed of yourself. I'm sure it's held you back in life. You might want to work on yourself. You might want to. Unless you want to keep being the person who pushes everyone else away and then blames everybody else when it's really you. And you know it's you, but you don't want to make that final admission. I mean, I don't care. So, yeah. I never had parents. Please don't rub it in. Okay, so yeah, even your parents left you. Okay, well, get help and fix yourself. But to put your negativity on others, I'm not going to feel sympathy for you. You can't like sob straight, oh, my parents. Like, I don't care. Just don't be an asshole to other people. Get help. It's a chick, I think. You think it's a chick? I think it's a broken dude. More often than not, it's broken dudes. I love how Ken is even burning you. I don't know. There's no. I was raised with all the faults of the people who raised me. One of the things that like was normalized was affection, which I'm really happy about. And I would strive to raise my kids understanding it's good to love each other, animals, and our country. And I want to be able to like tell my kid I love them every day and hug them every day and expect the same in return, and have them love pets and like there's no shame in that, and understand that like it's okay to hug, to like do all that stuff. It's fine. I always feel bad for the people who just aren't comfortable with that because they never had it growing up, or they just had like, I don't know. So yeah. I mean, it's also like sometimes you see some dudes who are just so crazy that they can't even stand seeing PDA in public. Like, that's weird. Like, those guys who will never hug their woman in public, and they're not cheating and they're not gay, but they just don't like affection. I just feel bad for those guys, and I feel worse for the women. Like, oh, it's so sad. So sad. So sad. Oh, my eyeballs and these glasses. I really should have got the more expensive glasses. Oh, fuck. I think it'd be a lot better off if I had the one pair I wore for everything. But like when I have this on and I look around, like if I look too far away, it gets weird. And then once I like look back to normal, whatever. Public hugs and public affection is great. It's like when you, the line is once you start getting riskier. Like, you know what? We can make it work in the back of the chapel, in the confessional, in the library. swap this over here. Oh yeah, of course. I totally got to end that chat line because usually that's how it happens. Thank you for the heads up. I was just thinking about that too. Like, oh no. I haven't used this one in a while. Hello, Con. Welcome back. Doing all right for the most part. I gotta cut this. More the usual. Like I job hunted, worked out, cleaned, got like some errands done, and then just focused on job hunting. I did not really walk around much because I just wanted to focus on what I need to get done at home, but at the same time, I'm always like antsy when I can't. I really should just like jog every day. I did not get my laundry done, so I still need to do that. So yeah. I kind of want to be social and visit some people. I don't know. Maybe I'll check out some, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm sorry. Should I not hum? I'm sorry. I got Rocky here. I got Mochi to the left. I want French toast. I'm not going to eat anything. I'm going to stop eating late at night. I'm going to go back to not eating anything late at night, but I want French toast. Have a good night. And DW, I'm a girl too, lol. What? Real one, thanks for asking. You're gorgeous, by the way. And DW? I don't know what you mean by DW. I am digging Khan's profile. I agree with a lot of this. Not everything, but a lot of it. All right. Cool. Have a good night, Khan. So I'm like kind of sharpening my brush in a way. Like it has some loose strands, and I'm going to do some really fine detail work, and I need it to be all right. This will be fun. Let's see if I don't give myself a headache or go blind. Also, my profile, I added some policy, I believe some keep tagging stuff I don't agree with politically. No, I checked out your description. I agree with most of it. Obviously, no one can agree with everything. Thanks for coming by. Have a good night. Look. Have a good night, levitating. Oh yeah, Stacy, have you had a chance to look at what I sent you? Actually, I forgot. You don't really check your DMs on Discord. On Discord, I DM'd you the Dragon Ball Z Abridged show. So check your messages. It is. I think it'd be a fun distraction for you. I know you go through some bullshit right now, but I think it might be a fun distraction. I think the first 2 or 3 episodes aren't that strong, but it's still like if you give it a chance, it's really good. Especially if you are like a fan or remember the Dragon Ball Z thing, it makes fun of the show and celebrates the show at the same time. I don't know why I'm speaking so loudly. I get the feeling you're gonna start it off as background, and then you're gonna be paying attention. It's like, what did they just say? What happened? And then you're gonna get into it. I'm pretty sure that's how it's gonna work. It has a lot of my sense of humor. I'm testing out a color scheme. And I'm doing it on the hardest possible mouth to do it on, because I'm an idiot. Let's put this away before I hurt myself. Actually, no, put it away. Actually, let's see, is there anything else that needs this? We gotta call ice on the new guy in chat. It's a shame. They're even invading our chat rooms. Oh, I've got plenty of brushes. I just use mine until they're dead. I've got a lot of brushes. They were on sale quite a few times over the years, and I bought a bunch. But thank you for the offer. But yeah, you can breathe life into your brushes by cutting off the strays. I also don't practice good brush maintenance. So yeah. Fuego, you're still here? Shouldn't you be smoking crack? But why are you here? Let's look at this idiot's profile. You don't even have any pictures of yourself up. You have nothing yourself. Oh my God, why are you... Please, child. I mean, you help the algorithm, but hey. Hello, Sonic. That was kind of silly, and I kind of like it, and I kind of don't. Eh. I'll show you in a second. I'll show you in a second. Let me finish what I'm doing. All right. That kind of works. Now I need a super tiny brush. Oh God, I need a super tiny brush and some luck. What color do I make your eyes? What did you do? Let us see. Is that Cuddy? I am not naming the miniatures Cuddy. None of my miniatures will be named after anyone here. I'm doing the Squig Riders. Or as you think of them, the giant eyeball ones. Gotta give that a few minutes to dry there. All right. Hello, new friends. Hope you're all doing well. My name is Bernardo Spaniol. I am painting some Games Workshop Warhammer fantasy miniatures, some Gloomspite Gits, and some Trolls, and some Squigs. And I was assuming I'd be further along the process, but obviously, as always, I am not. So, hi to anybody new who's watching. And to everyone else, hello. Thank you for hanging out with me still. I appreciate you all. All right, give me a second and I'll move the camera in a bit. Let me get a little white on the palette though. Clean up the teeth. All right. And then you need some cleanup. Give me a second. I will take you on this journey. Let's put this out of, oh, let's move this over here. Let's move this out the way. All right. Let's refresh chat. All right, so here we are. So I want these guys stupidly bright, as you can see. And I wanted the basic outfit to be this like neon fluorescent purple. And then the squig himself was this neon pink that I have. I think most cameras have trouble picking this up. So I don't even know, it like most of the time when I take pictures or video of this, the color is so bright you can't even really pick it out. For the mouth, I did this baby blue color for the gums, and I think I'll make the tongue like a green for the miniatures that have a tongue. I used like a dark hot pink for the lips to make the squig stand out a little, like have a little more detail. I'm thinking about adding some sort of, I don't know. They have warts all over them, and I'm trying to figure out how I want them to stand out. The blue I'm kind of liking, I'm kind of not liking, but it pops really well against the other color, so that looks good. Now, as far as the goblin goes, a lot of his detail on his outfit's lost. I got to go back with a tiny brush and paint his little rope around his waist. So that's the next plan there. And they're all the goblin guys have like this rope on their waist. I'm going to paint that like a bright neon orange to really help them pop. And then I'm going to experiment with the faces and the masks to make some of the detail there pop more, because it's kind of all lost since it's one color. So we'll figure that out. I mean, ideally, I could also just like paint that and then paint the base and call it done. I don't have to go full cray like super detailing things, but I'm gonna play around with that. So that my headcanon for this is all of these guys found some special ore in the ground, so all of their weapons are made out of that. So this is why they have like this, instead of this traditional metals, they have like this bright blue for all of their like weapons, and they painted their armor to match the color of the moon, since they're all about. And then these guys, I have it where their weapons are just like rocks from the ground that they're using as weapons. Okay, there we go. So that's why it's just big old chunks they're holding, because they don't really need a fancy schmancy axe. And then this guy is just throwing a whole bunch, like he has some spiky things hanging from strap there. But I'm gonna have him throwing a big thing of like stone and dirt for his thing. That's the plan there. And then this guy, I forgot to paint his other weapon with the blue and here. So I have to get to this guy's weapons next. Although I was thinking about trying something different with his weapons, maybe like a metallic blue that I have, like he's just using different ore. Not quite sure there yet. But yeah, trying to go through the process of all that. And like, it's the little details that take forever. Like now going in and having to paint all of their gums around their mouth and then their lips is going to take a little bit. And then, as you can see on his spear, I'm going to paint his little straps on there, the neon purple. And then the same with these big guys. As you can see on them, they have all these straps holding up a few things. Those are all going to be neon purple later on. With these guys, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to make them like neon orange or something. I'm not sure yet. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I kind of love going crazy with the detail on here, but it's also going to be like a huge time sink, which I don't mind. I have nothing really better to do, so that's fine. And while I'm here, let's look at hidden messages. Let's see how many times Susan's been naughty. Susan and Browse, those are my trouble. Those are the women who put me in trouble. Let's see what right here, where we at here. First message, Susan. The big trolls, are you making the beautiful Cuddy troll? That was hidden. Maybe Cuddy's name sounds naughty. I have no idea. Maybe that's like another name for something.
Next hidden message. I know there were a few. Next one is Peyton calling me daddy. Oh my God, why? Next one, Susan. Rocky's gonna bust out of that box. How is that naughty? I mean, I guess. My God. Next one's Kenna. Is it bad that I sometimes still watch kid shows? Nah. It's like a major industry now for adults, and not even in the wrong way. Let's see. Hidden messages. Hidden messages. Next one is browse. I'm always all over my hubby. Okay. Not that many, considering you degenerates are hanging out with me tonight. Susan, they have big bellies. That's held for review. Browse is back in chat. Most of my messages are, all right, we are caught up. We are caught up. So yeah, this is one of the leader units for the infantry. As you can, I don't know if it'll show up on camera. There we go. So their helmet has a whole bunch of extra little designs on it. New message health review. They do have big bellies from Susan. It was just hidden. She just wrote it. Susan, can you stop? Can you stop with all this, like, overt innuendo? For God's sake. Calm it down, woman. I have no idea why they like to block you guys so much. So yeah, I want to do something to make their detail on the squigs pop more. I'm not quite sure yet, though. We'll figure something out. Another message helps from you. Susan! No, bellies and feet are my thing. Man, Susan. Just all that naughty conversation coming from you. So the real story is Susan writes all the spicy chick lit. All the super graphic spicy chick lit. And then she's a big old political commentator when she's off the channel. Just nasty. Telling people all the stuff I say. So what are they made of? They're looking good so far. These are official Games Workshop miniatures, so they're just made out of plastic. I have some 3D printed miniatures about the apartment, but I'm not painting any at the moment. Although I was looking at Etsy a couple days ago, and oh my God. If I could just paint, I would be a happy person. I mean, obviously I want to do more than just paint, obviously. But you get what I'm saying. If you get what I'm saying. Like, I gotta stream more during the day, because man, if this pops off and this could be my full-time job, I would be so happy. I just gotta get like 20 some odd people to pay like a certain amount a month, and I'm set. I'm set. I don't know. The dreams of this. Browse so well. Susan, yes, it will be censored lit. People want the spicy stuff. People want the spicy stuff. Devil Doll. I forgot, I didn't see the username. I just read the chat. Hi, welcome back. Oh, still getting used to these glasses. Still getting used to these glasses. And the later I stay up, the more I want nom noms. All right. So where were we? We were gonna go back and you know what? Let's paint some of those gums on these guys. You're basically done. You can go next. You know. There are some pewter miniatures. I have some metal miniatures that I need to get done one of these years, but I don't know if I've ever had a pewter miniature. Maybe, actually, maybe. I have some Games Workshop metallics. I don't know what they're made of, so they might be pewter. I've got one here that's metal that I need to get to one of these days. This is a high elf handmaiden of the Everqueen, and she's metal. And this is going to be a serious painting project because the detail on her is bonkers, and she's really small. So this is going to be one of those miniatures that's going to make me go blind. So yeah, I'll show you guys real quick. I've got a few metal miniatures that I've worked on over the years. It's so weird to say that. Like, I still feel so new in the hobby, but it has been years. So this is her metal sword and her grip, and you can see it's all bent. So you gotta adjust these things as you build them, and they're super fragile, so if you adjust them too much, they could snap. And there she is in all her glory. So, I don't know if she'll show up, but there she is. I'm really excited about this. Such a pretty miniature. When she's painted up, she looks amazing, but like, she's painted up by people whose like full-time job it is to do this very well. So I want to get my skill up to do that. She is like she's a miniature I look forward to doing, but I'm not going to rush. Although the best way to get better is to just get her done and do things. But I have a whole bunch of miniatures like this in kind of like the to-do box or to-do area that I'm just saving for later on. Every once in a while I bust them out and I do paint them, but right now I'm a little too intimidated to actually play with her the way I'd like to. And to all of you people with dirty minds, yes, enjoy that. It is crazy to go so slowly on this project. Like, it is just insane. It is like, I find myself still thinking about value as I like paint, but like this kit goes from anywhere between 120 to 150, sometimes 160. And how many hours have I put into this? Like, there have been, I think I've streamed like 4 hours sometimes, 3 hours, 2 hours here and there. I at least put a dozen hours in, at least a dozen hours into these miniatures so far. I actually think more than a dozen hours. Like assembling them all, cleaning them up and all that, and then like basing them, and then slowly painting them. And let's say I put 15 hours in. Already, it's basically like $10 an hour of enjoyment that I've gotten out of this. And then if you think about that versus like the price of admission to a movie theater, where you'll see like a movie that's around an hour and 20 minutes for like $25, $28. This really blows that away. And then we're still not even close to being done. And then you add in the value of playing with these things multiple times, sometimes for years. And it's just like, it's just crazy to think that they like, it's almost criminal to me that they can charge so much for such a little bit of plastic. But then again, through the hobby of assembling, painting, and then playing, you can just get like oodles of value out of this, which is just like, I don't know. It's just like, I don't see myself done with these at least for not this week. Like, not this week at all. Like, I still have the shields to do. Like, a bunch of these guys have these little shields, and I want to give them detail, and then I want to still do the orange ropes, and that's going to take a bit, and then the cleanup in between those things. Like, it's kind of crazy. Wait a minute. Ooh, I could paint all the straps orange on some of these things. Ooh, oh my God. I mean, some of these miniatures that they charge for, like that, like the single miniatures for 40K, like 3 miniatures for $60 is like, all right, calm it down. But like, for these little armies, it's totes worth it for me. This is just like, I got myself a few spearheads before, and I got proxy for spearheads, and like it's been a while since I sat down and painted one of these things. Like this is taking up a good bit of time. I might not be done with these guys by the end of the month. Like if I really go back and add the details. Thank you so much for this. Seriously, once again, thank you so much for this, because like you're seeing all of the like enjoyment value out of this. This isn't something I got done in a day. I mean, I'm sure if I wanted to just get her done, I could have finished this in a day. But this has been a fun little journey. Now it's interesting to think about like, all right, like you have two of the exact same sets. I am 100% sure I could have like rushed these out and still had them look good in a single day. I know I can. I know I could have done it. I'd have used contrast paints. I would have used a bunch of my hobby little hacks that I know to get them done. And I would have been happy with them. But like, as these things come together, I freaking love these things. Like part of me wants to just hurry up and slap paint on the trolls so that they all have like a good bit of color on them. Just, you know what I'm saying? But like on the other hand, it's just like, I'm looking forward to and also nervous about the trolls too, because they're their own can of worms. And I want them to be as neon stupidly bright as everything else here. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. My eyes are messing with me now. Why do quickly when you could take your time? Well, it depends. It depends. Sometimes you just want to go fast. Sometimes you just want to have that quick feeling of accomplishment. And again, quick and good can go hand in hand. Like I've painted plenty of miniatures relatively quickly and been very happy with them. There was that one night when I was streaming that little, what is it called? What is it called? What is it called? There's like this big monster dude I did one night on stream, and I love that miniature. I really love that. I go back and stare at that miniature. And that was like contrast paints and dry brushing and a little bit of detail here and there. I got that miniature done really quickly. And he looks like I spent way more time on him than I did. Oh my God, this noise in my apartment is killing me. So, and then like, let's say if I had somebody here to play with and I just wanted to hurry up and like paint them so I could play with them, there's that. And then like, then it's like you guys get to see the games really quickly. But since it's just me solo here, I kind of want to take my time. And then I had a vision for these things. And I know that sounds all hoity-toity and shit, but like I had a vision in my mind what I wanted from these. And normally when I paint, I don't really have an idea. This time I did. So I really wanted to like try my best to make that come to life. And it's been working out. It's been working out. All right. What you gonna hear? Elmo, hello. St. Elmo again. A lot of people would be happy if you lost your ability to talk. I mean, not really. I'm sure if I check your profile, I have more subscribers than you do. And I'm sure in real life, I have more people who care about me than you do. So, fuck you. Like, whatever, man. I'm enjoying this conversation, and I have several people here who enjoy hearing me every night, so that's fine. If you don't like it, go fuck the fuck off. I don't care. But thank you for contributing to the conversation and adding something to chat, although it's stupid. But it's, again, the funniest part is the best thing you can do if you don't like a streamer, the best thing you can do if you don't like a streamer and you want to shit on them is not to comment where you just say, oh, kill yourself, or like, you know, be happy if you lost your voice. The best thing you can do to spite them is, no, I'm trying to teach you something stupid. The best thing you can do to hurt them is to downvote them and then leave quickly, because what you're doing now is actually good for me, because you're sticking around. That adds to my watch time, my average view duration, and then you're chatting, which adds to my interaction. If you want to just like, oh, this guy looks like an ass, downvote and leave. The best thing, because then what happens, it messes with the YouTube algorithm to the point where people are coming in and leaving fast, and that looks worse than people who stick around and chat and all that stuff. So you also care because you're sticking around for the response. So thank you so much for your interaction, fucktard. And it looks like he just left. I can see my active numbers, so I think. Oh no, he's still there. You're welcome. Probably a skateboarder, probably a French skateboarder. Probably a French-Canadian skateboarder. His mother came here from Australia before she started working the streets in Canada. All right, let's try something scary. Let's do an eyeball. Watch this summer. I meet like a super gorgeous, really well-spoken, awesome woman, and then like end of the night, she grabs a skateboard and goes home like, no! Regina, why? All right. One eyeball came up better than the other, but that's fine. That's fine. All right. I would not move to France. I have zero interest. I would never move to France. I don't even think I want to visit France. Those people are fucked over there. No way. Look, I need a nice place to live, but it'd have to be someplace like away from the savages, away from the cities. One of those nice little mountains overlooking some nice idyllic stuff. She better be fucking hot. Why is Almost still here? Thanks for the idea. Two, I disliked your stream. Well, thank you for the interaction. You've been here how long? Just thinking about that, like, wow. What if I dislike this stream? What if I let him know I dislike this stream? Oh, that'll get to him. Oh yeah. And now you're like proud of yourself. Thank you for the interaction. Thank you for the watch time. Good job, champ. Most French women are, I don't know, they also don't shave their armpits. And that's just like, I can't. All right. Oh, man, you can't see it. So I painted the eyeballs like a little bright green. And Susan says it's sexy. Ew! The armpit thing? No. That is a red flag, run out, never even say goodbye thing for me. I'm when you're like, there's just like cultural norms and stuff, but like for me, body hair on women is just repulsive. I just can't. Oh my gosh. Mochi just went to the bedroom and now she's crying for attention. Why is she this way? Why? Actually, let's go see if any more of Susan's messages are hidden while we're here. Let's see how bad she was. Devil Doll, that's a nice figure. That was hidden. Devil Doll. God, that freaking mouth of yours. Next one, Susan, of course. We can make nom-noms happen. How is that hidden? What kind of neo-Nazi are you outside of my chat? All right, that's it. Susan, come on. Let's see here. Nat, welcome back. You would love it. Thanks for the idea. I just like this fucking idiot. Emo, you're welcome. Oh my god, this kid has no life. This poor kid has no life. I wonder if this is one of the fucktards I know in real life. Bernardo, be open-minded. Love, not everyone waxes. At least shave. At least shave. Oh, it's still here. Still here. Oh my god. Wow, you're sexist too. Everything about you gets better and better. I bet I'm turning you on. I bet you're like, damn it, this guy's such an asshole, but fuck, he's sexy. Later on, when you're alone at night, you'll think about me. And here's the thing you need to know. I would never slum with you, and you know it. So have a good night, Elmo. Welcome back, Nat. I hope you're having a good night. Oh, I'm sorry you had a rough day. Hopefully tomorrow's better. Chat has been pretty chill. We got one little troll right now, but everything else has been going okay. Susan has been her usual naughty self, getting all of her words banned. You want me to do what is it called? You want me to do a night walk? It is going to be super cold tomorrow. It's already cold now. It's 22 degrees here in New York City, and I think tomorrow is going to be worse. Let's see how cold tomorrow night is, in case we're crazy enough to go for a walk. So Wednesday, it's going to be slightly warmer. High of whoa. Okay, so the high tomorrow is going to be higher than today. Oh no! Wait a minute. We're on tomorrow now. So today is going to be colder. It's going to be high of 26 and a low of 15 degrees. So it's going to be, the wind chill is probably going to be like 0 tomorrow. So if we walk by the water, it's going to be freezing. I'm gonna have to wrap my hand in a blanket if I'm doing that, and then there's no way my phone will be lasting very long if it's that cold out. We can maybe tomorrow night we'll give it a try, but it's gonna be fucking freezing. So Wednesday gets hotter, Thursday gets hotter, then drops back down. Ooh. Saturday is going to be high of 16 degrees and the low of 9. That's what I want. That's what we're talking about. Saturday night, baby. We'll go to all the date places. Watch all those girls dressed to the nines and the guys in sweaters. Poderito. Nice. Saw you in the snow. Hello. Cool. What do you think Rocky's new album would? What do you think of Rocky's new album? Don't Be Dumb. What? We need better trolls. I deserve better trolls. I want wittier trolls. I want to laugh along with you guys. Try harder. Is that rap? I don't listen to rap. Well, don't troll. What kind of music do you like? Mostly instrumental stuff. Some pop happy music is also nice. If I'm working out or like need some angry stuff, then some heavy metal stuff would be nice occasionally. I don't know names. I don't know anything about music or bands and stuff, so I can't really call out things I would like veer toward. Beautiful by Snoop and Pharrell is nice. No idea. I don't think I've heard that. Okay, do you paint every night? I do paint for the most part every night. Depending on chat, for a while, I didn't even paint that much because chat was so busy. I was just chit-chatting with the community for like all night long. But yeah, this channel started off with me doing miniature painting. Right now I'm working on some evil little goblin boys riding some death beasts. And kind of regretting my paint order of doing this right now because, yeah, getting the inside of some of their mouths is going to be a bit of a challenge. I guess I could just clean up the teeth later on. Load that up. How do you decide on a palette? Really, I just mess around and grab colors. For the most part, I don't plan ahead. I just grab what's in front of me. Like if I have like some fancy new colors that I just bought, I'll just use the new colors that I just bought. I don't use the color wheel. I don't use any sort of like established paint things. I just go with what I feel like. Now, if I'm copying the box art, then I'll just copy the box art. But when I'm independently just painting myself and I have no guide, I just fuck around. Every once in a blue moon, I might have a bit of an outline in my head, but I'm actually not good at visualizing these things. It seems like other people are able to just like plan an entire color scheme out in their mind and then paint accordingly. I'm not built that way. Or maybe it's something I have to learn, but not me. Like a while ago, I got, let's say, the Monument, the Pro Acryl Rogue Hobbies line of paints. It was like a 6-pack of paints, like $30. And when I painted those things up, I just wanted to use all those paints, and that is my main colors. So yeah, it's pretty much how I roll. This time with these colors, I've painted a few goblins for another game that I play, and I really loved how they came out. And when I saw these goblins arrive, I'm like, whoa, what if I paint them like the ones I did for Blitz Bowl? And that was it. And then when it came down to the extra characters, the squigs and the trolls, I decided to well, at least for the squigs, well, they got to be stupidly bright too. And as far as the trolls go, in the last game that I played, the last time I painted the trolls for the Blitz Bowl team, it was just one, and he was kind of like toned down because he had a whole bunch of things on him that I was able to paint up. These guys are a lot simpler in design, so I might just go with a bright neon paint here, and I don't know what else, but I'll try. I need new I need to get the other, one of these days I gotta get the other glasses. And I feel like I just wasted $300. Although this has been helping painting a lot. And then eventually, whenever I find a fucking job, it should hopefully help that too, but I gotta get the all-in-ones. Oh. Do they mix well? I don't really mix my paints that much. Every once in a while I do, but I'm actually not much of a paint mixer. I should. It makes things better. Like, it's good for blending and whatnot. But for the most part, I just make this, that, and I work with shades to, like, adjust the color. But I gotta start practicing mixing colors. I really should. This is a good project for that, too, especially when it comes to the trolls, so maybe I'll start screwing around. I mean, the fun part about this is I can't really mess it up. I'm not gonna break them. They'll just, worst case scenario, they're just kind of stupid. Which I'm fine with. You paint, those are cool, good job, thank you so much. How do you design a palette? Those colors you mix, they mix well, yeah, if you want the same color, just different tones. Yeah, no, so the woman who made these paints showed how you can mix them, and they look really nice. She knows what she's doing, and she mixes colors really well. I just haven't really started playing around with mixing just yet. Maybe later on I will, but for now it's not really. I don't know. It's something to try in the future because I know it'll elevate my painting once I do get serious about it. Right now, I kind of just I've never really taken this that seriously. Like when I paint, I break a lot of the painting rules, mostly out of laziness, but like it's just how I paint. I hope you're feeling a little bit better, Cuddy. I like the approach here. The high saturated neons are quite fun. Remind me of a bit of claymation indie games I've seen before. Yeah. Like something about neon just does it for me. Also, like I don't know if you know much about like the Warhammer 40K sort of things, or a lot of miniature painting in general tends to be very grim, dark, and drab, and I find it boring. And then it's even more like it's confusing when you like you have your miniatures out on the game table. I want my viewers whenever I play games on my YouTube channel to be able to see each unit and know what each unit is, and not just have them being brown blobs. So there's a somewhat method to my silly madness. I'll make sure by the time this is all done that you can tell what each unit is at a glance. And I'm speaking stupid because I'm tired now. I've been sleeping horribly recently. My God, my dreams suck. My the noise in my apartment sucks, and then the cats have been waking me up. Like poor Rocky. Around like several times in the morning, he's just been super chatty. It's like 6:30, 7 a.m. Meow, 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 meow. I was like, oh my God. I mean, I love him. I love him. I tell myself a lot, I love him. But oh my God. Yeah, I'm not a fan of samey. One of these years, I'm going to do a video on my Blitzbowl teams where I show off all of my mini. I actually have a video on. I have some older ones on that. On my shorts, I believe, like where I have the phone go over a bunch of the boxes that I had done of the miniatures, and they all look, for the most part, really, really different. And that's what I want. I want it where some people, when I pull these things out, they all like have their own personality. All right. With that said, 1, I want a hug so bad. 2, I want nom noms. Yes. Something warm and sweet, like a really like a really fresh muffin right out of the oven, like a blueberry muffin or a coffee cake muffin right out of the oven. That would be nice right now. It is 21 degrees, 2:38 a.m. And I'm gonna be lame. I'm gonna call it. I'm sorry, guys. I appreciate you all, but I'm tired. Actually, you know what? We'll do a little bit more. We'll do a little bit more because this one is so close. This one is so close to being like Dunsies. I might as well, right? I might as well. And then I have the paint on the palette. Then I got nothing to do tomorrow, so you know what? Hey, let's stay up a little longer, and we'll get this guy's gums done, maybe his eyeballs. But yeah, I should go to bed soon. That's the weirdest part. Like, I'm unemployed right now, so I don't really have to get up. But yeah, I want to get some content creation done. I'm ignoring my content creation. So let's do his gums real quick. Here's his lips. What I need to do is I got to get another setup here, some sort of tripod, because I would like to have the camera set up over here where you guys can see what I'm doing. Actually, I got some fun gear in the bedroom just for this occasion. Sounds spicy. So if you want, let's play with some toys I have. Give me a second. I want to try something. I don't know how well this is going to work. I have to stay real still. It's all fun and games until somebody puts on a harness. Is that upside down? It's upside down. Welcome back, Toshin. All right. Thought so. There we go. Let's see if this works. I have no idea. Thank God I'm not looking at porn on my monitor. All right, I have no idea if this is gonna work right, but we'll try. Pull this little closer up here. Oh, come on, you can imagine there's some people who are looking at porn as they stream. See, I've been wanting to do this with you guys on stream for a while, but then I can't watch porn. So it's like, damn it. Like, is it really worth it? Yeah, it's really hard to pick up the color here with the colors are being so vibrant. I don't think my camera is capable of really showing it right. Make these lips a little thicker. Was it Susan or something telling me to, like, I should be streaming this stuff on Pornhub? There's a few tags. What is it? POV, first person. Just like yeah. On the site doing some miniature painting. First person, POV, raw, no watering it down. All those fun tags. All those stupid fun tags. This is why my channel never grows recently, because I make these adult jokes and YouTube's like, can you not, Bernardo? I kind of want to paint the tongue a different color. Just to have some more, like, visual pop. So you know what? Fuck it, we will. We're going to use sky blue for the tongue. Right now, there's going to be some deep throat happening. I gotta stop. This is what YouTube always does. The later I get, the sillier I get. Hey guys, if you know of anyone willing to sponsor me, I desperately need the help, and then you can get extra spicy content like this regularly. Because if I have sponsors, I could just be me on stream and not have to worry about, like, you know, offending possible job prospects. So right now we're just putting that down just a little bit more. Let's experiment and see. Hi, Rocky. What's up, buddy? All right, big boy, we're going to put this in your mouth. Hi, Rocky. Rocky wants love now. Right in the back of his throat, like a champ. All right, what do you think about, I don't know if you could even see that. Oh, man, at this point, oh. So funny enough, oh, that kind of sucks. This color, the tongue is this color blue. Sky blue. The weapon is this color blue. But when you look at it in the camera here, you can't really tell too much of a difference. In person, you can see it. But in photos or on video, you can't really tell, which is kind of sad. But I think, you know what? I'm happy for using the blue in the mouth because I think it gave it a little bit of a pop. Hi, buddy. You know what? Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Some first-person Rocky. Hey, buddy. Oh, he's tired. He's tired. Oh, yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is. He is, like, overstuffing that shoebox hard. All right, all right, all right. All right, so I am happy with how he came. I got to clean up his teeth a little bit. I want his teeth stupidly bright and white. And I got to do his eyeballs in a second. Although the eyeballs in the other one were so fucking small, you can't tell. Because they have the tiniest of eyeballs. The very tiniest of eyeballs. So, do I even have the orange here to play with that? I do have the orange here to play with that. So we're going to try one more stupidly stupid thing. Is this orange. This orange, if I remember correctly, needs a bunch of coats. I see some hidden messages. What's Susan saying? It's Susan. Fatty in a shoebox. He needs at least a shoe size 12. 1, never call him fatty again. 2, I don't even think it's... he needs, like, boot size things. He's a big boy. Next hidden message, antifreeze. One of those adult toy sponsors I've seen in randoms channels get. I mean, dude, if it pays rent, I'll take it. Although it'll probably get me further hidden by YouTube, so I don't know if it's worth the risk. Anywho, any of you people know some people who are willing to sponsor me or be my patron? Every bit helps. As you know, I am stupidly desperate. I mean, I'm not sucking dick, but I'm not even close to that, but I'm desperate. But there's always like the, no, I'm not that desperate. I'm not whoring myself out. I'm not going gay for pay. But I need a sponsor. All right, so this guy, as you may have noticed, has the smallest itty-bitty, smallest bandage on his nose. We're going to make that bandage neon orange. Just for a little visual pop. So now, well, it's extra hard right now because I'm trying to keep the camera in focus on my chest and do this with my eye. So this is actually super hard right now. I got to go back and do his eyeballs later on, which is going to be a huge pain in the butt. I kind of love the idea. It's a little late now, but I kind of love the idea if I made the teeth orange. If I made the teeth orange, that would really pop. I'm kind of veering toward making the teeth neon orange. Oh no. Yeah, you can just test out, see how it looks. So this is how I paint. Like sometimes it's like, you know, let's fuck it, let's try. And fuck it, let's try is how a lot of my painting tends to come together. And then either I love it or I don't. I'm kind of digging that. Although I was thinking about making the trolls this neon orange. This was the color I was going to use for the trolls to make them stand out.
And now the squig teeth are becoming what the trolls are going to be. But it's fun to test it out. It is fun to test it out. I think it looks better in person. Then again, it's also looking a little. You know what? I'll just finish the teeth, and I'll come back to it tomorrow. Sleeping on it usually is the best thing. This is from this is from Warhammer Age of Sigmar. It is a miniatures game in a universe where they have a whole bunch of books and comics and other cool stuff. All right. So now I need to change the bandage on the nose to not be neon, because it's kind of silly seeing it on the nose and on the teeth. This is interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's kind of sparking joy. It's kind of not sparking joy. Also, I'm straining the fuck out of my eyes right now, and they're starting to hurt. So I probably should stop soon doing this stupidly tiny detail, because I really don't want migraines again this week. But at the same time, this is why I wanted these glasses, so I could do this sort of stuff. It's also weird because I'm trying to like space it where you guys are like, it's in focus for you guys, and like see if I could see it with my eye. So I'm kind of pushing myself here. I kind of dig it. It's crazy. I'll be so pissed if I go to the store to play this with some people and somebody has the exact same goddamn color scheme. Like, bitch, you stole my outfit. Okay, actually, let's take this over here. All right, let's turn this around. Hi. So how do you like me wearing gear? Okay. All right, so let's go over here for a bit, see if there's any more hidden messages from Susan, most likely. Nope, she's behaved. She's behaved. Hey, Rocky. Do this with Rocky in the background here. There we go. So, I'm still laughing at that Saint Emo kid. He spent so much time in chat trying to hate, and he still sucked at it. I don't know what's happening. What do you think of Rocky's new album? Soy in the Snow. Let's wrap you like a burrito. Skip. We ball. Oh yeah, let's see that angle. Toys. What's up, Tosin? New camera angles. First time you came in time for the first time I've done this camera angle on stream.
Your messages aren't being hidden that much, Susan. Unless you're getting notifications, you can't write that. I have a whole bunch of words that I don't allow to happen in chat, so maybe you're getting extra spicy. Let's see here. The tongue scraper people might sponsor you. I don't know. One of those adult toy sponsors, sleeping all night. Yeah, Rocky's been tired tonight. You talking about me? He's got a little guy voice. I'm a champ. The tongue is a weapon. Laughing. It does look good. Dap turns on the camera. Looks sick. Man of the hour. Fatty in a shoebox. Not me. He's fluffy, not fat. Susan. Exactly. Tooth. What's good, but the orange definitely adds more interest. Like the hippo teeth, whatever. Have to show up. So we all have to show up now. Which gamer piece of fiction? Hello, spin-off the original Warhammer. This no, this is a completely different universe than Warhammer 40,000. It's like a more fantasy tone. Could be maybe a brownish, like an old bandage. Looks great. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe go brown bandage like on there. Harness is nice. Stole my whole flow bar. What? How do you choose glue set time? What? How to start collecting Warhammer figurines. I'll show you in a second. Give me a second. You know what? Actually, let's do this. All right. Actually, before I show you my monitor, let me get the right internet window open because I don't want to get in trouble here. Let's go over here. Go over here. All right, so you just go to warhammer.com, see if this fucking focuses. Reject cookies. And Warhammer 40,000 is the sci-fi stuff with the tanks and space marines and various aliens. And if you want to try to get in fast, there's something called Combat Patrol. And Combat Patrol, I don't know if this is focusing or not, has a whole bunch of like mini armies you can get for about 100. Let's put this in American, damn it. See, Jesus, they raised their prices again? Fuck me sideways. 100, it's fucked. Oh, anyway. So if you want to experiment with different armies, they got a bunch, and these are on here now, 170, which is insane. But then again, you get a lot of hours of painting out of them. So they have a whole lot of factions and a whole bunch of different little mini armies you could experiment with. And what I'm doing is a fantasy version of this where I just pick one and go. So we go to Age of Sigmar, and then they have Spearhead. That's what I'm doing. And these are all smaller versions of the Baneline armies. And they have a whole bunch of different kinds of ones. Like this cool one has a whole bunch of skeletons, like a lot of skeletons. This one has a bunch of goblins riding wolves and ghosts. And just go on. Really just pick what you like. Just pick what you like. Like this one doesn't come with many, but it's like this cool spear punk dwarf kind of thing happening. Like very steampunky, very metallic-y. And these are really cool. You don't get that many miniatures in the set, but they look really awesome. I kind of love these guys. Super steampunk, super cool. And again, depending on how you liked, if you like the painting process or not, there's that. If you are like more of a gamer oriented, they all have different play styles. Like every army kind of plays different, so you can decide what works for you. Like I've proxied this because I was never going to pay this much for these. So they have their giants, but I actually have 2 sets of proxies of the giants, and I don't even think these giants look that good, so I would never buy the official ones. But a whole bunch of these other spearheads are amazing painting projects, and there's a lot of these guys. So yeah, if you're curious about getting into 40K or Age of Sigmar, you can try those. All right, guys, well, thank you for playing with me tonight. I'm glad you enjoyed the time with the harness. And yeah, hopefully you're having a good night. Hopefully, if you're not having a good day, this cheered you up. I want snackies. Damn it, I want snackies. Why do I want snackies before bed? I should not have snackies before. I don't even have snackies. I still haven't made those fucking cookies. But yeah, let me open the stream up again. Refresh the stream. Where are we at here? We all have to show up now? What do you mean by we all have to show up now? I missed that. Oh man, it's super blurry. Oh man. "3:06 a.m. I did not want to stay up this late and look at me staying up this late. I still got to shower. I still got to do dishes tomorrow. I'll do dishes tomorrow. But I got to shower before bed. I already brushed my teeth, but I don't know. Shouldn't drink any more of this. All right, so let's catch up. Let's catch up. Have a mouse. Which game, piece of fiction, spin off the original, brownish like. Looks great. I need more eye drops. I gotta buy some more eye drops. The harness is nice. So my whole how do you choose? How do you start collecting? Oh, it's the witching hour to sleep. I go. Good night, chat. Be well. Night be. Susan didn't even last. Have a good night, Susan. I hope you have a good night rest. Ms. Goat, I've read some of the original Warhammer books, wanted to get into collecting, but they ship to Asia. I think they have stores in Asia. I think Warhammer is worldwide. You probably have local stores who carry their stuff. And if not Warhammer, there's a whole bunch of other miniature game things you could get into. You don't have to just do Warhammer. There's Mantic Games, there's... I'm blanking so hard, but there's a whole lot of different game systems you can get into to experiment. You don't have to like do Warhammer stuff. It might be cheaper to get into other things too, because Warhammer's fucking expensive. And then there's 3D printing proxying. So you could just get the rules online for free for most of these things, and then have somebody 3D print you an army and just start playing. It'll save you a fortune. Oh man, now my right eye is being stupid. I've read some of the original Warhammer books. I just wanted to get into the collection. Do they? Okay. Sigmar's Heir, Cuddy Cat Newell. That was fun. Thanks. Do they ship to Asia? They do ship to Asia, but I know Asia has its own huge miniature painting scene and 3D printing scene, and I know Warhammer stores have stores out there, and they also have retailers. So just look it up where you live. Antifreeze, don't know much about the Warhammer personally, but there are proxies like recast and fan-made stuff. There are a whole bunch of proxies that you can get for all of the armies. You do not need to like play with the official figures unless you are playing at official tournaments or at the official stores. If you have a friend or a girlfriend who's willing to play with you, you can play games with her or them, and you don't need any official miniatures. You can just play with what you have on hand. Lazy algorithms. What, she's crying. I met your doppelganger at work. I doubt it. And you mean D&D? Oh, there's also D&D. There's also D&D. There's a whole bunch of different kind of miniature things out there, different games. Start looking into it. I will not tell you everything. I'm tired. But once you start looking into it, I'm sure you'll find a whole bunch. All right, friends. I am exhausted. It is late. I barely sleep. My name is Bernardo Spaniol. This is the channel is called Nardio. I interview cosplayers. I paint miniatures every night. I chit-chat with the community. I have actually, wait a second. 1 second. Have a little bit of fun with it. Hi. Why are you crying? All right, friends, I'm gonna call it soon. My cat is crying like crazy, and I'm super duper worried about her. So that's gonna be it for the night. If you like this sort of content, please subscribe. I definitely need the numbers. The more subscriptions I get, the more cons I can go to as press. And who knows, maybe I can get some sponsors, which will solve everything. Besides that, I hope you're all doing great. Please check out the rest of my content. I have cosplay interviews, board game stuff, and other sort of cool things. I have great cats. I do YouTube shorts. And I'm here pretty much every day, every night, doing these sorts of streams. So stick around. And for the usuals, the regulars, I hope you all have a wonderful night. I hope you have a better day tomorrow than that was today. And yeah, I'm tired. I'm kind of cold. It's 21 degrees here in New York City. I don't know if Kitty's okay. I'm worried about her. There's a lot of things that could be wrong right now, and it's stressing me the fuck out. And the biggest thing is the noise in my apartment is fucking with my ears. So I don't know what it's doing to my cats. And Mochi's 14 years old. So I have no idea how she's doing. Hopefully she's okay. I don't know. Or she just misses me. It's late. She wants me in bed. I don't know. Anywho. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate all of you. I wish you the very best, and I hope to see you again tomorrow and later on. Have a good night, guys. Bye. I do not want to talk vet stuff right now about my cats. I took her to the vet. I spend a bunch of money at the vet with her. And the last thing I need to think about before bed is what could be wrong with her. Hopefully she's fine, because if something happens to her, I'm done. I'm done. I'm broken. So anyway.